Hey guys, it's Coach Michelle. I am back with another video. So I want to touch on something that seemed to be coming up a lot for me lately. And it's like, Coach, I've been in a relationship for 5, 10, 20 years. I am serious, 20 years. And we haven't got married. What do you think I should do? And my heart grows out for you, because for a woman to be in a relationship that long, the turmoil that she have put herself through over time, it's trauma. Because you're constantly questioning yourself. You're constantly wondering, why haven't he popped the question? Why am I still in this relationship? Am I not good enough? It's almost you're waiting for your validation to say, I have been auditioning to be your wife and I still can't make it. It's not a good feeling. So what can you do when you're dating to make sure you're not in that situation? Well, let's think about it. What is the actually sweet spot for dating and then getting married? Well, I'm sure if you Google it, you will find that 2 years is the number that most coaches, psychologists say is a great spot. But the 1.5 year mark is really telling. So I must tell you, if you're dating someone, there's some things that you need to pay attention to. For instance, do not go into a relationship for months without actually having some dialogue about what your title is, right? And I'm not trying to say get tied up with a title, but understand you need some clarification on what is this that we're doing. A lot of people start with hanging out or just chilling, and we are going to see where it goes, but we never really articulate where exactly it is and where we're going. So then you find yourself a year, 2 years into it, and you're still in that space. So you need to clarify clearly what is it that this relationship is. So after you establish that, I'm going to say around, if you hit the 6-month mark, you should have met his friends. You should have been introduced to family members. You should have gotten a sense of inclusion into his personal life. If you're not there, then there's concerns, right? Now, as you go into the year mark, after the 6 months, you're looking now to see how does he share his life with you. And you want to make sure that you are inclusive. You're not like wrap around him like you have to be in everything, but the things that are important for him, like holidays, birthdays, how is that being included in you being a part of that, right? And then you want to look for things like during that time he could lose someone he loves, she could lose someone she loves, they can lose a job, they can have someone upset and disappoint them. The reaction to those things are going to tell a lot for you. This is a time that you're paying attention to how they react to things, because this is what the future look like, right? And understand, you're seeing the best. And I don't want to make it sound like it. When I say the best part of them, that means their representative is there to represent and show the best version of them. I'm not saying when you get married, this person is just horrible. I'm just saying we are on our best behavior. We eat with our knife and fork, that kind of thing. Not that the relationship would be horrid, right? But you want to see how they interact with people, their family members, how what they say actually holds true to how they behave. You want to see what's important to them. You want to pay attention to these things, because this is what you're saying you want to sign up for. So as you pay attention to that, you might see that he lost a job, she lost a family member. How do they deal with grief? How do they deal with loss? And then you might get your first spats somewhere between the 6th to a year. Well, you might get a couple of spats by then, but understand, if you're getting a whole bunch of spats before the 6-month mark, I would say that's a clear red flag, because you're in that space where you just want to do everything for that person and make them so perfectly happy and all that good stuff. So if you're actually having frictions in the early stage, it just say it's going to be really extremely a lot more in the later stage. So you want to pay attention to that. And right around the year going on to the next year, the things that align with you, you want to start discussing things, and you should hear things like, we could do this, and that we conversation is telling you that this is where your relationship should be headed. And so the 1.5 point, it's very, very possible to be engaged there. I don't see anything wrong with even the year being engaged. In the past, people got married arranged, but there was a different process, because they were vetted from families, being vetted to say they come together for a more economic stance if they work together. So there was a lot of things invested. So now that that's not the thing that we're bringing each other to get out of love, you need to really pay attention to the characteristics of that person, how they treat other people, how they handle conflicts, how they handle loss. And so by the year and a half, you guys should be, unless you had a discussion that you're gonna wait longer, you guys should be thinking about how we're gonna move forward into the future. But for the woman who is in the relationship for years and don't know how now to get to a place where they want to have marriage, it's very difficult because that person actually been accustomed to that and they didn't have to do anything extra. So I would say to you, you have to have a new conversation. And when you're going to have this conversation, it's pretty much you renegotiating what the expectations of your relationships are. And one thing you need to know, it will be negligent of me not to tell you this, that the person can refuse and decide not to be in the relationship completely. Why? Because it worked for them. They don't want to be tied to it. And you go there and you go to have that conversation. Be prepared mentally that it can go sideways, but you have to be at that place where you're ready to say yea or nay. So if you are dating, I say between 1.5 years to 2 years is a great time to be looking to move in the relationship to the next level, and that's engagement. Guys, if you want to hear more videos about relationships, please subscribe, click the bell for notification, and let me know, how long have you dated before marriage, or how long have you been in your relationship dating? Let me know. Put your comments at the bottom. I love to see. So it's Coach Michelle signing out. Thanks for watching. I am Michelle Cumberbatch, your relationship coach. Now, for more content just like this, make sure to click and subscribe. Follow me on all my socials. And guys, that bell, click it and you will be notified whenever I drop something new. And that's twice a week. Like and comment. Thank you for watching.